This video will show you how to onboard GCP audit logs into Panther. Prior to following this guide, you should have directed your GCP audit logs to a GCS bucket via the instructions provided in Google's help documentation. If you have not done this, please pause the video and do this now. Now that your GCS bucket is properly configured to receive GCP audit logs, in your Panther instance, select Configure, Log Sources, and then Create New. Select GCP and select the Google Cloud Storage Transport method. I'm going to call this GCP Onboarding Demo. We will use a blank prefix and type GCP in schemas and select Audit Log. Click Continue. We are going to follow the linked documentation and use the command line terminal in GCP. The steps to follow along, including the relevant commands, can be found in the linked documentation here, under the heading that mentions Alternative to Terraform Template, Configure Manually in GCP. So now let's go to the Google Cloud Console. Make sure that the correct project is selected at the top. On the left hamburger menu, go to Cloud Storage and Buckets. Make a note of your GCS bucket name. Mine is Onboarding Demo Bucket. Next, we will open the Cloud Shell via the icon on the top right of the nav bar. Mine is already open here. You'll also want to validate here that you're targeting the correct project in the terminal. Most of the work we do in the Google Cloud Console will be done in this terminal window. Now, following the Panther documentation, the next step is to create a topic for the notifications Panther will use. In the Panther documentation, note that the variables preceded by a $sign are to be replaced with your own values. The variable we use in this command is the topic name I have chosen, which is Panther Demo Topic. Now we run the command. You may be prompted with an Authorize Cloud Shell dialog box, which you will have to accept in order to proceed. If this appears, click Authorize. After the command has executed successfully, you should see a message with a topic name here. Copy this for use in subsequent commands. Ensure you do not include the brackets when you're copying this fully qualified topic name. Next, we will configure the bucket to send notifications to the topic we have created. The variables we use in this command are the fully qualified topic name and the bucket name. Now we run the command. So you should see a message that the notification was created. You do not need to save anything from this output for future steps. Next, we will create a subscription that will be used with the topic we just created. It is important to note that Panther should be the only service using this subscription. The variables we use in this command are the topic ID, the project ID, and you will specify a subscription ID. I have chosen Panther Demo Sub as the subscription ID. We run the command. You should see a message that the subscription was created. You will need to save the subscription ID to use in the final step in the Panther UI. The subscription ID here is just Panther Demo Sub. Next, we will enable the IAM API, which we will use in the next step. On the left hamburger menu, go to APIs and Services, Library. Search for iam.googleapis.com. Click Identity and Access Management API. Click Enable. Now we will create a new Google Cloud Service account and assign it the correct permissions Panther needs for the GCP integration. The variables we will use in this command are the service account name, the description, and the display name. The description is optional. We run the command. You will see a message confirming that the service account was created. On the left hamburger menu, go to IAM, Admin, Service Accounts. Click the refresh button to view the new account. Click the account and copy and store the email address. Next, we will assign the correct IAM roles for this account. There are 4 different roles needed, and thus 4 different commands we must use. For each command, the variables we will use are the account name, the service account email address, and the fully qualified role name. So we run the command. For each command, you will see that the IAM policy has been updated. Now I will execute the commands for the remaining 3 roles. It's number 2, number 3, and that's number 4. On the left menu, go to IAM and Admin and IAM. You may have to reload the whole page to view the new account. You will want to certify that the 4 roles are present: the monitoring viewer, the pub sub subscriber, the pub sub viewer, and the storage object viewer roles. The final step in the GCP console is to generate and download the JSON key file for the service account. You will have to reopen the terminal if you ended up refreshing your browser tab. The variables we will use in this command are the service account email address and the key file path. I'm going to create my key file path at the root directory as denoted by the ~/ with the name demoprivatekey.json. We run the command. So my key was created at home staging, then demoprivatekey.json. In the terminal, on the top bar, click the ellipsis menu, download, and browse icon. Find the file you just created, select it, click download. Now we will switch back to the Panther instance and drag the key file in. Supply the bucket name and the subscription ID that we copied down from earlier. Click continue. So Panther will do some processing, and after it's done, you should be greeted with a success message. From here, you can set up an alarm in case this source does not process any events in a time period that you specify. Finally, we click View Log Source, and once the next logs are written to this bucket, the data will be visible here, which can take a couple of minutes. Now you have successfully onboarded GCP audit logs into Panther.